Good morning, world. It's Ivan Omer. It is 5 o'clock, 5:15 in the morning. So you guys will watch this video in a couple hours from now, before me, obviously. As after I watch my videos, I always watch my video on my TV, and then I upload it when the internet cord gets connected. Because my step parents keep taking away the internet cord. They've been doing it for more than 2 months now. It's crazy. Hence why every night I just download movies to watch. I download movies to watch because I'm bored as hell, seems there. Yeah, if you hear noise, I'm eating candy and a 1 liter of Sprite. I just took a nice walk to the store. I got myself some candy and some Sprite. Obviously, eating some licorice flavored licorice. It's good stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah. And you guys better enjoy this series once again, because I keep saying this. Once I'm king, I'm not making any videos for you. I'm peace out my wife, and you're left behind. And I'm gonna live that great life with VJ. I'm gonna be a famous movie star with VJ, and you guys are all left out of my fame. Obviously, you're left behind. I'm gonna start my own film studio, which will be bigger than all the Hollywood companies. Yeah, man, bigger than all. Hence why so big that even Peter Jackson will be shocked by all the actors for Zanus, and Peter Jackson will be shocked by the technology of my company. From my studio office, my land. You look, remember that Grand Central picture I showed you? Yeah, think of a property like that for my land. Nicer property than even like Warner Bros. And Disney's. Disney and Warner Bros. Have really, really nice offices, but it won't be as nice as mine. Because I'm gonna have a nice land like Grand Central, man, and near the water. Something beautiful, yeah, man. And I'm pouring $985 million towards my Zanus movie. That was when guys like Carl Urban or the Anonzo guy, Viggo Mortensen, John Rice Davis, Ariana Grande, Zoe King, whoever I choose, all those names actors, John Boyega, or Johnny Cloud. Most likely John Boyega. The chances are I am going to choose those actors I chose for names. Chances are like most of them are chosen. I might choose different people. I might perhaps choose Viggo over Don. I might choose perhaps Zoe King over Ariana Grande, maybe perhaps. I might choose the other guy, but chances are I am going to choose Yvonne Joje, and I am going to choose John Boyega because those guys are better for the role, in my opinion. I just have other options out there. It doesn't hurt to have other options out there. That way you have some what? You have some variability with your casting, obviously. Yeah, man. My company is so top notch. Even guys like Peter Jackson will be shocked. And Peter Jackson's used to big budget movies in Hollywood. He directed The Hobbit. He directed Lord of the Rings. Those are big budget movies. King Kong was like a $100 million budget movie. He's used to big budget movies, but once he sees technology in my company, he's like, "Holy shit! This company blows out of the water." Yeah, I'm building like 1 acre sets, man. Like a 1 acre city. That's huge. That's a football stadium. That's huge. For Lord of the Rings, they only built like 0.3 acre sets, man. Helm's Deep was only like a 0.3 acre set. And then when they applied the special effects towards that city, it looked amazing. We can only imagine me building a 1.5 acre like mini city of Zanus. I'll have Zanus be 1.5, Barak 1.5, Safis I'll have it be like 1 acre. Cyrus I'll have it be 0.5 acres, 0.6 acres. The Forest of Galaxy I can have it be 0.8 acre forest, a huge forest. And I'm going to apply the special effects towards that forest so it something unheard of for my world. I don't know. That's why people beg. Because Peter knows as long as he's in my movie, he knows he'll be working with unheard of budgets. I'm making the greatest movie for almost $700 million, guys. $670 million towards the movie. That's more money than how much most movies are made. That's more money than The Hobbit. The Hobbit was made for $645. and I'm putting Sixth Avenue towards a secret agent kind of movie, man. Yeah, my technology will blow James Bond out of the water. I'm not going to say my movie will be better than James Bond. It most likely will because I can't see the James Bond movies topping that Great Escape story. I don't want to be cocky and say my movie will be better than James Bond. No, it'll probably be just as good, but the technology in my movie will blow James Bond out of the water. And because me and Meet are acting, it makes the movie that much better. Hence why I think The Great Escape will be better than James Bond. But I'm not going to say it'll be better than James Bond. I don't want to be cocky. But for Zayas, I know for sure it'll be better than Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings by a slim margin. Because that's a masterpiece, man. It's a fucking masterpiece. It's a better story than J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Trust me, even Peter Jackson, when he reads that book, that thought will cross his mind. Yeah, I see Ivan's point. If Ivan puts $9 million towards this kind of story, and he writes this an amazing script, he puts all that money towards the technology of the movie for world building, action, and the horror of the Demon Wolves. Yeah, I can't see my Lord of the Rings trilogy topping this. Yeah, and don't forget, guys, I am acting in the movie as Tactius. Ivan O'Mara, God in the flesh, acting as Tactius. It's gonna make and Eretz himself. It's gonna make me that much better. VJ's attacking as Lithia. Remember Miranda Otto, the Eowyn actor? Remember how you saw her in Lord of the Rings? She was beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Arwen, yeah, those women are all beautiful, but they're not Victoria Justice. Yeah, my movie better than Lord of the Rings, obviously. Think something like Arwen's romance with Aragorn and Eowyn's romance with Aragorn. Think something like that for me and VJ and like Cornelius actor, Carl Urban and Danielle Minette. Carl Urban's chosen. There's going to be a love romance with him and Danielle Minette in the movie. They're lovers in the movie. They're lovers. I spoiled a bit of the book for you. Mary and Cornelius are lovers in the book. Hapari and Bella are lovers. And Lithia Tactus are lovers. And there's a subplot of romance between Maramis and Lithius, obviously. And I'm thinking that woman who was in the commuter is good for Lithius. She's only 24 now. She's young. She's younger than me by 6 years. By the time she films Zayna, she'll be like 29 years old. 29, 30 she'll be. Easy play the role of a 22-year-old for my younger sister. And if Viggo Mortensen did have romance in Lord of the Rings, I think he'd be good. He would good fit him and that woman would become the Maramis and Lithius are lovers, but they don't have any sex in the book. But in the movie, I might have Maramis and Lithius have sex, obviously. In the movie, I might change a few things. All those people have sex before Eretat approaches the wall. And that's why we're looking at amazing masters that I wrote, man. While Eretat's approaching the wall, they all have sex. They make love to each other and all stuff. It's an amazing story. No. But I'm going to sugarcoat the sex scenes. I'm not going to have full-on nudes, no. I'm going to have like partial nudes. Just partial. Partial nudes means you see parts of the woman's body. You might see a bit of the woman's breast or something like that. And then you see a bit of the woman's breast. And like when they're having sex, they're on top of each other and they have a blanket over them. You can do something like that. You can sugarcoat. I'm going to tell Peter, I'm not going to have full-on nudes for Zane. That's crazy. Have partial nudes. That way the actors are comfortable. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not into that crazy stuff, no. But if you want to have a powerful story, you have to have some nudity in it. You can't have PG-13 sex. No, it'll be silly. If it's a radar movie, you would expect it to be full some nudes. Before I said full-on nudes, no, that's crazy. No, I'll have partial nudes. That's too much. Yeah. 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 Finally, I'm done my candy. You won't hear the noise. Yeah. So once, if I hire Peter Jackson, I'm gonna have that meeting with him and Guillermo del Toro for a couple days, discussing my movie. I'm gonna hand him my notes I took with VJ, and we're going to discuss the movie with the concept artist together. That way, once work really starts and I start writing the script, we have an idea for the movie. And John Howland, I'm gonna have an idea of what I want Eritat and all the characters and all, and what I want my land to look like. Hey guys, the North is holy. I want the North to look holy like Rivendell. Don't copy Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. No, make it original, but I want it looking holy. Something like Pandora, something like no Kung Fu Panda. When you have that, I'm thinking something like that for the city's edge. Something beautiful. There's a fog and it leads to the city's edge. There's a beautiful river of Tinus flowing. Yeah, make the world look holy like that Pandora look, that Rivendell look. Just tell them that way you give John Howland some good ideas for your movie, obviously, and that's why you're looking at the best story told in Motion Picture, man. And for the South, I'm thinking of like there's a misty veil. I remember I read the book. Anything you can imagine, they talked about creating some misty veil. Yeah, I want the South to be the South to be some misty veil. Obviously, there's a veil in the sky, in the atmosphere, and there's a mist. You can't see much. However, when you see the South from the North, you can barely see a bit of the South from the North because the mist blocks the South, obviously. And then once you pass that mist, there's a mist in the sky. It covers the whole sky. It's like a veil, obviously. Once you pass that, you're now in a different territory, and you're in the South. Tell John Howland, well, you can give them some. Yeah, I'm thinking something like a misty veil in the sky. You can't really see the South. What's beyond it, obviously. And then once you pass it, you're now in a different atmosphere, and you're in the South. You're looking at a masterpiece, yeah, man. He just said, holy shit, Ivan, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I could picture something like that for the South. Yeah, you're looking at something amazing. Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece. Yeah, I wrote a masterpiece, guys. Better than even his better than even his Lord of the Rings. By a slim margin, because Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece. Yeah, that's why Peter Jackson will have a blast working for my movie, obviously. But I might choose Mel Gibson over him. But something tells me I'm going to end up choosing Peter Jackson over Mel Gibson because Peter Jackson did Lord of the Rings. And I'm reading his book. I'm like, how can I not deny Peter Jackson? But something tells me Mel Gibson's the right man, too, though. That's the thing, though, man. And that's why I need those two guys to compete for the job. Because there's a high chance I will choose Mel Gibson over Peter, too. You never know. But Peter Jackson knows all the Lord of the Rings guys. He knows all those guys, man. He owned Weta Digital. He knows all the guys, right? Yeah, man. He knows all the guys, Peter Jackson. He knows all the guys. So Peter Jackson, I'm going to pay him is 106 million, 85 million Canadian, which is 106 million in New Zealand money. It's a good salary for him with his bonuses, obviously, and I'll take him and his family, only his immediate family, on a 2-week vacation. And I'll give him a $2,000 gift card and a $3,500 gas card. Peter, the $3,500 gas card's for you. If you want to give it to your kids or your wife, you know what I'm saying, you're more than welcome to do that. But I recommend you keep it. It's a gift to you, obviously. I guarantee none of the actors are going to give any of their family members their $2,000 gift card or $3,500 gas card. Because that's a gift from Ivan, man. Yeah, guys, this gift is for you. It's not for other members of your family. It's not for your girlfriend. It's for you. I'm giving you this card for you. So I'm giving you a year's worth of gas, which is nice. I'm giving you a $2,000 gift card to blow. It's for you. Take your girlfriend on a date. Take your wife on a date. Take your family to dinner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do good things with that money. Yeah. Go to the bar. You can use your $2,000. $2,000 for the bar is a good 2-3 months worth of beer for you. 2 months worth of depends on how much you drink. Obviously, it's like 2 months worth of beer for the bar. It's a nice fucking and people in the crewman can use that $2,000 gift card to buy their theater system. Buy a nice $2,000, $1,800 theater system with speakers in your basement. You can get a nice 500-inch TV, 50-inch TV, 60-inch TV. Nowadays, you can get nice TVs for $500, $600, man. At Costco, at Best Buy, they have good deals. Yeah. You can buy your 4K Blu-ray player. My movies, yeah. They guarantee the crewmen are. I guarantee most of the crewmen are going to use that money for their theater system. The $2,000 gift card. They're going to get the $2,000 gift card. They're going to get their theater system. Yeah, I'm going to use this to get my theater system. To get a $1,500 nice. $1,500 is a nice theater system. And a nice, flat inch, $600 TV. 500, or they might use the money to get their TV, a nice like $1,000 TV if they want. But I mean, you can get good deals for $600 for a big screen TV nowadays. Obviously, yeah. I'm gonna keep saying this, guys. Because I'm releasing my movie on 4K Blu-ray. You need to make sure you buy a 4K Blu-ray player, not a Blu-ray player. If you get a Blu-ray player, the 4K Blu-ray disc won't work on the 4K Blu-ray player. Blu-ray is not 4K Blu-ray. It's different. 4K Blu-ray is advanced Blu-ray. It's 4K. It's 4K resolution, right? It's not 1080p. It's not Blu-ray is advanced HD. 4K Blu-ray is advanced Blu-ray, pretty much, right? Blu-ray is enhanced HD. DVD is HD. Blu-ray is enhanced HD, and 4K Blu-ray is enhanced Blu-ray. It's an unheard of experience, unheard of sound and focus. It's unheard of. That's why I know what I'm doing. People are like, oh, 4K Blu-ray. I'm like, yeah, Peter, 4K. Ivan, that's cool. You're looking at something unheard of for your movie. 4K Blu-ray is unheard of, Ivan. Ivan, you're smart. That's smart, Ivan. Yeah, Ivan. Yeah. I'll ask Peter. Peter, do you think I should release it online? That way, I don't have to worry about distribution. I just partner with Amazon for the merch, or do you want to or do you think I should just partner with Amazon for 4K Blu-ray? And for the 4K Blu-ray only, and people I even go with 4K Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray is better than fucking online. I hate online. Yeah, I can't stand online streaming. 4K Blu-ray is better, and you get the nice covers. Yeah, it's better, man. You get your box set. That's why I'm sticking to the 4K Blu-ray, obviously. And Amazon will be my only sole distributors. That way, you keep Amazon happy, and they take home their nice 30%, which is tens of billions. Amazon's gonna make, I don't know, $30 billion for Zanus around there, $40 billion around there. They're gonna make. Yeah, me and VJ are gonna make probably a good. For the movie, we're gonna make a good 55 to 62 billion for the movie, and another like 50 billion for the merch. And it's me and VJ are gonna make maybe 40 billion for the merch. We're gonna make a nice like 100 billion, and Amazon will make like 40 billion around there. Off the movie, Amazon's on a massive deal. Yeah, so even though they took home 30, a smaller piece of the pie, they still made like $38 billion Amazon for my fucking Zanus project. Yeah, money that they're not going to make anywhere else. That's why the Amazon CEOs are going to love me, BJ, man. Japanese will love me, BJ, from there. But let me stop sidetrack. I want to talk about Zanus here. Yeah. So Peter Jackson want to pay him $107 million with bonuses and salaries, and a $2 million release for the releases. That's a good paycheck for him. He gets his $30 gas card, his $2,000 gift card, and then Mel Gibson, I'll pay him $56, which is like $44 million in American money. I think he lives in New Zealand. If he lives in New Zealand, he'll make more, but if he lives in America, he'll make like $44 million, and I'll give him 0.5% of the profits. And Peter, I'll give him 0.6% of the profits, which is like 300 million and because 700 million people is highly unlikely. If 700 million people buy a movie, Peter Jackson will make like 200 million royalties. He'll make like $300 million for my movie. But chances are it's highly unlikely. He's looking at least a good billion one around there. Plus. So if a billion one people buy a movie, Peter Jackson will make like 300 million in royalties. 280, 290, 300 million royalties he'll make. So he signed like his 380, $400 million deal. It's a fat contract. He's going to walk away with $200+ million in the bank after taxes. And if the movie does more, I reduce his amount to 0.4. Peter's like, Ivan, like, why is this such a big deal to you, man? Like, why is 0.6 such a big deal to you? The more money you make, the more money I should make. I'm like, no, Peter, I'm not going to let you walk away with $400 million in royalties, with excluding your 107, you make $500 million. You rip me off. I'm not going to let you do it like that. The moment you walk away with $500 million, I'm being way too generous, man. You strike it so rich. I'm being way too generous. You're walking with like $300 million in your bank after tax. That's crazy. I'm not going to do it like that. I want to keep Peter around that 200, 250, 300, 330 million range. 350 million range. 330 million range, which is a good like 350 New Zealand money, right? Keep Peter around that 300, 330, 280, 250 million range in royalties, excluding his 107, his $85 million salary, which is 106 in New Zealand money. That way he doesn't dupe you, see what I'm saying? If you just mad, I'm like, Peter, you don't even make this in Hollywood. You only made $180 million for Lord of the Rings. And Peter probably bargains for his what? Peter probably bargains on average for maybe $30 million for his movies. And they give him a piece of the profits. $60 million, $80 million worth for the royalties for the profits, or $100 million perhaps. He's not making the kind of money I'm paying him. Peter, you're never going to make this money in Hollywood, man. Your deal that you're signing is the biggest contract ever for a director. You sign like a 400, $350 million deal. No director in Hollywood makes that kind of money, man. Even guys like Quentin Tarantino and James Cameron don't make that kind of money. James Cameron probably makes maybe 50 million bucks. 25, $30 million for a flat salary, and he probably negotiated for a piece of profits, maybe 100 million for a piece of profits. James Cameron. You see what I'm saying? Do not let the sharks dupe you, man. And if Peter gets angry, because I know Peter Jackson's a greedy animal, like Peter. I know you're a greedy animal, and you know what I'm saying. You're big. Because Peter Jackson's big. He's a greedy animal. I'm like, Peter, if you don't like my offer, I'll choose Mel Gibson on, and you can go back to Hollywood being a dirty slave and make less money, and work in your shittier $100 million budgets. If you want to have your unlimited budget, get your freedom, and make your millions more than what even Hollywood pays you, and have the perks and experience that fame being VJ, accept my deal. He goes, oh, it's a deal. Yes, it's a deal. I'm giving Peter a good deal. And his agent might try and get it. His agent will be like, Ivan, what about the merch? I'm like, he's not getting a dime off the merch. Yeah, you're giving the actors a piece of worth. Yes, the actors are my stars. They're going to be featured on the posters. And that's why I'm giving them a piece of the merch. All my 15 major stars are going to be featured on the posters. On the 6 posters that I'm going to sell. As well as the mugs. I'm going to sell mugs. And I might perhaps sell t-shirts, perhaps. I'll think about it. I might perhaps sell t-shirts. More money for me in region. But I might perhaps sell lots of things t-shirts, perhaps. With the actors' faces on t-shirts if you want. But I think mugs and posters is enough. Whereas toys I'm not selling. Toys cost too much money. You're better off just selling posters and mugs and perhaps t-shirts. Highly unlikely I'm going to sell t-shirts. I'm just going to sell mugs and posters. Obviously, it's come with like 6 posters. And all the major stars are featured on those. But remember Avengers Infinity War? You have all those characters. Yeah, something like that for the Zayn's poster, and you have like 6 posters like that, and all the actors are featured on the posters. Because they're my stars, I'm giving them a piece of the royalties, a small tiny piece, $250K. All my Zayn stars get $250K for being featured on the posters. It's a good paycheck for yeah. Peter's not getting squat because he's my director. Yeah, but Ivan, he's your director. I'm like, yes, hence why I'm giving him 0.6% of profits for the movie, but I'm not giving him a piece of the merch. He's not featured on the posters. Why would I give him a piece of the profits for the merch? Like, what did Peter have to do to contribute to the merch? Nothing. He contributes to my movie, but he doesn't contribute to the merch. The merch, the photographers are taking pictures of my actors, not Peter Jackson. He's not featured in the posters and the mugs, hence why I'm not giving him a piece of the merch. But I'll give him a bigger piece of the profits for the movie, more than what I'm even paying. The amount of money these actors are making compared to how much Peter Jackson is making is pocket change. Yeah, man, Peter Jackson's making way more money than all the Zayn's actors. Zayn's actors signed a massive contract, but it's pocket change compared to how much Peter's making. As these actors are all going to walk away with a couple million in their bank. You know what I'm saying? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million in their bank, 9 million in their bank. A lot of money, obviously. Shit, fat contract. But it's not the kind of money Peter Jackson's making. Peter Jackson's going to make like $200 million after taxes, man. So he striked it richer, man. Richer, because Peter's already rich. He striked it richer, right? You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to have this meeting with Peter. I'm like, Peter, please. Hey, Peter, I'm thinking of what? Hey, Ivan, how long do you want your movie? I want my movie to be a good 12 to 13 and a half hours, 11 and a half to 13 and a half hours. I don't know, 12 to 11 and a half to 13 and a half hours long. And if it's longer, we'll cut it and I'll release a special edition. Okay, Ivan. Okay, Peter, I don't want to cram all 3 volumes into one 5-hour movie. No, I want to tell movie by movie like we did for Lord of the Rings. One story told in 3 separate volumes, like your Lord of the Rings trilogy. Fellowship of the Ring, 2 Towers of Return of the King, 1 story, 3 different movies. Okay, Ivan, how are you gonna distribute this? Yeah, Peter, I'm gonna partner with Amazon. I'm gonna sell it on direct to 4K Blu-ray. He's like, 4K Blu-ray, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, Peter, 4K Blu-ray. Holy shit, Ivan, like that's nice, man. 4K Blu-ray is unheard of quality. 4K Blu-ray is where it's at, Ivan. That's smart. Yeah. I recommend you stay away from 1080p online. It's very unprofessional. Yes, it's very unprofessional. And I want to sell merch too, and that's why I want to have a nice 4K box set for Zayn's. Ivan, that's nice, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, Peter Jackson and Amazon, they're going to ask you, Ivan, why don't you sell the movies year by year? I'm like, no, we'll make more money, Ivan. I'm like, no, guys. I'm selling it as a box set. The money we're making is more than enough. I don't want to keep the fans waiting. At the same time, once I finish Zane's and I take my 8 months off, I'm going to be focusing on the Great Escape movie. Last thing I want to happen is focus on the Great Escape movie. I'm distracted by the release of the second volume. And a year later, the release of the third volume. And while I'm filming, we have to release the third volume. No. Release it all 3 volumes at the same time. Don't keep the fans waiting. In a box set. It's easier that way. I'm like, guys, I'm like, Amazon, I'm going to tell Amazon, guys, we're going to make our billions. You're getting greedy here. Me and VJ are going to make more than enough money, and you're going to make more than enough money. Just release it as a 3 movie box set. That way you don't keep the fans waiting. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. As for my movies, the fans are going to be pissed off to have to wait another year. Don't do that. It's just more stress for Amazon. No. Just release it. Peter Jackson might tell me that because he knows he'll make more money. Because he knows if he takes home 0.6% for each of the 3 movies, he's gonna make like $950 in royalties. Peter Jackson for the 3 movies. Hence why, and the actors know that too. Yeah, if we sign a 0.01% for 3 of the movies and Ivan releases it year by year, the actors are gonna make like 26-30 million dollars in royalties. The actors for saying this. Hence why, but I'm not releasing my movie in 3 separate every year by year like Lord of the Rings. No. I don't want to wait, and I don't want to keep the fans waiting. And plus, it's just more stressing for me and VJ. We're working on the Great Escape. We got to focus on that. No, just release the 3 volumes, get it over with, and the 3 movie box set. You know what I'm saying? Release it in a 3 movie box set. Ivan, how much are you thinking of selling it for? I don't know, Peter. I'll sell it for $159.99 on Amazon. For the 3 movie box. That's a good deal. Yeah, that's a reasonable deal. Is that a good deal for you guys? That's a good deal. Yeah, it's a good deal. It's a little pricey, but it's affordable for everyone around the world. Even people who work minimum wage can afford $159. They can afford it. It's a big part of their budget. They can afford it. Families can easily afford $159 for a movie, right? It's affordable, obviously. I want to make this affordable for you guys, but at the same time, I don't want. I also want to make profit because I invested $98 of my own money. I want to make my money back. I want to keep Amazon happy and have Amazon make their billions, their tens of billions. So to keep both parties happy, price it well. That way, both parties make a lot of money. Obviously, see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna tell John Howe and Alan Lee and all them. Okay, Ivan, what are you thinking of for the South? I don't know. I showed them some Google pictures. Okay, I'm thinking of this grayish, bluish sky. The sky is blue, but it's a little grayish. It's a little darker. It has that cursed feel, obviously, and the atmosphere is very cursed. Ivan, what do you mean by the atmosphere? I don't know. I don't know what I mean. Like I'm relying on you guys to draw my ideas. Think of something cursed, and the atmosphere is cursed. And okay, Ivan, what are you thinking of? What are you thinking of for the bridge to the north and south? Okay, the valley. I'm thinking something like the Panelofo battles in Return of the King when King Theoden marched against the orcs. A huge valley that goes on for hours, and there's dead carcasses all over the valley, and there's crows that feast on dead flesh and all that stuff. Oh yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, and then once you pass above, there's this misty veil. The mist veils the sky, obviously, and then once you pass that misty veil, you're now in the south. You're in a different atmosphere. And the south is cursed. Holy shit, you crave, Peter. Holy shit, you crave. Yeah, Peter, I'm thinking something like that. Holy shit, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, holy shit, like you're looking at an amazing movie. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously. Okay, Peter, I don't want Zanus to be a PG-13 movie or a 14-plus movie. If you do that, the movie won't be as good. It has to be rated R, 18-plus. That way you do justice to the story, and hence why Zanus was the best story told in the motion picture. Tell Peter that the way he knows. I'm scared if I don't tell Peter that, he's going to have Aratat be a PG-13 wolf. Like, Peter, stay away from PG-13 Aratat. If you have him PG-13, the movie won't be as good. You see what I'm saying? Look at your Hobbit trilogy, Peter. The orcs weren't that scary, and they weren't that formidable, and then the war was kind of cheesy, and look how your trilogy turned out. Stay away from full-on CGI world and full-on CGI Aratat. Stay away from PG-13 Aratat. John Favreau, Ivan, why don't you can make it? Ivan, you can easily make a PG. You make it PG, it'll still be a good movie, Ivan. Like, you know what I'm saying, kids are gonna want to watch this movie. I'm like John. If you have Eritap be a PG-13 wolf, the movie won't be as good. You want to build buzz for the movie and have Bear and Peter Jackson with the rings. Don't hate Peter. Have Eritap be what? Be the devil himself. Why is Tactius in agony? Why is Tactius the first afraid in the prologue when he's about to face Eritap? Because he knows who he's facing. He's facing the devil himself. Why would Tactius be in agony for a fucking non-scary PG-13 kid wolf? No, have him be a full-on devil. That way you do justice for the story, obviously, and stay away from full-on CG Eritap. I'm gonna keep saying that, man. I'm not a fan of that CGI look, Peter. I remember the Goblin King in The Hobbit looked a little cheesy. You know, it looked like he had herpes on his on his fucking face. You know what I'm saying? The Goblin King looked like he had like herpes on his face. Those fucking gross, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Peter did that for a joke, obviously. The Goblin King looked cheesy, and Azog looked cheesy in The Hobbit. Like, they looked familiar, but Peter, look at your Hobbit trilogy. Look how your characters turned out. Your characters looked a bit cheesy, man. Azog looked a little cheesy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of full-on CGI orcs, wolves, and bats, man. I want them looking natural, but you apply the special effects towards the masks and they look even 3 times scarier than those Lord of the Rings orcs, Ringwraiths, and Pennywise the Clown. They're demons, yeah. Now we get a better movie, obviously. People be like, Ivan, like, why don't you like CGI? Peter, I love CGI. CGI is good. I'm putting $400, Peter, towards special effects. CGI for my movie, obviously, but I want to mix it with with good practical effects. The way your world looks natural. And I want to film my movie in film IMAX, not digital. That way you get the natural look, like Lord of the Rings. Whereas The Hobbit, you got that computer look. You had a few natural looks, obviously, when in Unexpected Journey. Unexpected Journey looked the most natural of the 3 movies. Remember when the dwarves, the 13 dwarves in Ghana were running away from the orcs in the Unexpected Journey, you got that natural feel on location. Yes, I want a natural look like that. Remember, you got the natural look for Helm's Deep, Rohan, the Shire, Rivendell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want the natural look like that. But I want to mix it with CGI, that way the world looks more amazing, obviously, but build big sets that way you get the natural look, and film it in film IMAX, that way you get the natural look, not the computer look. And tell where digital that too. Tell where digital. I don't want that computer look, guys. Put in the special effects for all the scenes. That way the world's amazing. But add in the world. I want the world looking natural, more natural. See what I'm saying? Look more natural. If you have the world look more natural, you'll get a better movie than a full-on computer look like Lord of the Rings. Because Lake Town, they built like a cheap set, and they had green screen. The land looked very computery. See what I'm saying? It was beautiful, obviously. Lake Town was very, very beautiful, but it looked a little computery, too computery. Smog looked very computery. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that computery look, man. I want the natural look. The way you get a better movie.